Welcome. This is Warren Alford with Quality Tip. Today we'll be looking at standard deviation made simple. When calculating standard deviation of numbers, there is a formula that most people follow, and it's shown here. The square root of the sum of x minus bar x squared divided by n minus 1. And we take the square root of that number, and that gives us the standard deviation. Now, there is another way to do this besides with the formula. And let's run through that, and I'll show you. And even if you don't like this technique, at least it illustrates a little more what you are doing with the formula itself. So, what is the standard deviation of the following numbers? And we have 1.5, 1.2, 1.1, 1.0, and 1.6. So, for our first step, we will add all the numbers together, and as you can see, the sum of these numbers equals 6.4. The second step, square all the numbers and add them together. So what we do is we take the number times itself, in this case 1.5 times 1.5 equals 2.25, and we get a product of each one of those multiplication problems, and it comes up to be 8.46. In step 3, we'll multiply 6.4 times 6.4. What we're doing is basically we are squaring the 6.4 number that is the sum of the 5 numbers added together. In the next step, we'll multiply 8.46 times the number of numbers that we actually have in the problem. And in this problem we have 5 numbers provided. So 8.46 times 5 equals 42.30. Now if you were to have 7 variables, you would of course multiply the 8.46 times 7, but in this example 8.46 times 5 is 42.30. Step 4, we'll subtract the 40.96 from the 42.30, as you can see here. We had multiplied our 8.46 times 5 to arrive at 42.30, and we subtract the 4096 and it comes up to be 1.34. In step 5, since there are 5 numbers given, we're going to multiply 5 times 5. So we are taking the 5 times 5 variable from the 5 numbers that are provided here, as you can see. And that product is 25. In step 6, we'll divide 1.34 by the 25, and we come up with 0.053. In step 7, we will find the square root of 0.053, and that's as easy as pressing the square root key on your calculator once you get to this point. And you see that we come up with a final answer, 0.231. So, what is the standard deviation of the following numbers? The standard deviation is 0.231. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for viewing. And for more quality tips and quality information, please visit warrenalford.com.